Hi everyone, this is another video about OBS tutorial for screen reader users. In this video, we're gonna talk about how to add source with the type display capture. So on the last video, we have created three scenes which are opening, screencasting, and closing. As for based on the name, you can imply the opening scene is for the opening, like title or opening music, and then screencasting is to share our screen, because basically we want to make a simple video about like tutorial video that will show what's on our screen and record it in a video so sighted user can see what's on our screen. And the last one, a closing scene, where we can put like saying thank you note. So I have my OBS open here, and we don't have any source at all on the three scenes. One scene can have zero or multiple input, sorry, not input, source. So one scene can have zero or multiple source. Source has types. Let's say I want to put text into opening scene. So I need to put source with a specific type for text in the opening scene. I can reuse that source for other scenes, and I also can put another text, another source with type text in the same scene. In this video, we're gonna add a source to share our screen. The type name is display capture. The type name is display capture. So you must have guessed that this source will be in the screencasting scene. Okay, so now I'm going to focus on the scene doc, find the screencast scene, and then move to the source and add source. I'm going to press tab.
Scenes. Screencasting.
This is scenes doc, and the focus already on the screencasting scene. Now press tab to focus to the source doc. It doesn't say anything. We have discussed this in the previous video, about doc. So the focus is already in the source doc, even if there's no reading. Now I'm gonna show context menu by pressing Fn button and right control button. No reading, but the context menu should be shown right now. Now I'm gonna press down arrow.
OBS 64. Add.
OBS 64 add. But the actual item only add. There's no OBS 64, only add. I don't know why the screen reader read the OBS 64 from where. Okay, now we're gonna add source because the context is in the source doc. Press right arrow to show the submenu of add.
Application audio capture left paren, beta right paren.
Audio capture is one type. Press down arrow.
Audio input capture.
This is another type. Down arrow.
Audio output capture.
Down arrow.
Browser.
So these are types that we can put as source. What I mean is this is types of source. I'm going to show you what kind of type for text. I'm going to press down arrow.
Color source, display cap, game capture, image slideshow, media source, scene, text left paren, GDI plus right paren.
This is the type for text. So we have already passed the type to share our screen, which is display capture. Press up arrow,
Scene.
up arrow,
Media source. Image slideshow. Image. Game capture. Display capture.
display capture. This is the type of source you want to add. Now I'm going to press enter.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren, 64-bit comma, Windows right
Press
paren,
Ctrl
dash
to
profile
start.
colon.
Every time we select a source of any type, I think, because I have never tried all of them, only some. Every time we choose a source, we will show one dialog, the first and another dialog after that. The first dialog is the same dialog despite the type that we choose. So it's gonna ask us, do we want to create new source? And we can type in the name for that source. Let's say I want to add a type text, and I'm gonna name it title. Maybe because it's the text for title. And I'm gonna add another text and name it like URL. I wanna put URL into a screen maybe. So on that one, back again in the one dialog, there's a selection. Either gonna make a new source or add from existing source, maybe from other scene. That's the first selection or input. The second one is checkbox. If you want to make that source is visible or not. By default, it will be checked, which means it will be visible. However, checkbox in OBS, as far as I know, is not read by the screen reader, so we cannot tell where the checkbox is checked or not checked. So I'm gonna try now from the first input. This is the second dialog. The next dialog will be specific to the selected type. So it's different from one type to another. All right, this is the first input. I'm gonna press down arrow.
OBS 28.1.2 left paren,
Down arrow.
64 dash display capture.
Display capture is the name where we can type in and create a name for each specific source. Press down arrow.
Display capture. Display capture.
We still in the same input, so I'm gonna press tab now.
Add existing.
This is radio button, add existing. Now I'm gonna press up arrow,
Create new.
create new. This is radio button. So we have to choose between create new or add existing. I'm gonna use create new. To type in the name we want, press tab.
Display capture.
This is the default name based on the type. I'm gonna name in this, let's say screen capture to differentiate from this display capture.
SCREEN screen CAPTERE.
This is input text underneath the create new. So we don't have to press enter. Just let it there. I'm gonna press tab.
Capture. Make source visible.
This is the second input or option. The first one is radio button. Later we're gonna make new or add existing. This is the second one, which is a checkbox. The screen reader did not treat this is a checkbox, but this is actually a checkbox. And it is checked by default, it is checked. Up until now, I cannot find how to know the status of checkbox, whether it is checked or unchecked. So there are only two options that I can think of. If you are wondering whether a checkbox is checked or not, first ask for help from sighted user, or just remove a source and create a new one. By default, the first time you create a source, it will be checked. So try not to press spacebar on the checkbox. Okay, in this on this example, I'm gonna press spacebar.
Space.
It is unchecked now. For anyone who still can see the monitor, I'm gonna make it bigger. So it is,
Create
you
slash
can
select.
see
Make
now
source
on the
visible.
screen, it is now unchecked. I'm gonna press spacebar again.
Space.
There's no, as you can hear, there's no sign of anything, whether this is checked or not, or even whether this is checkbox or not. Whether, I mean, there's no sign that this is a checkbox. Okay, it's currently checked. So this is checkbox. Please remember, press that.
OK, enter.
Okay, enter.
Display 1 colon 1920 x 1200 at
This
0,
is
comma 0 left
the
paren.
control
Primary.
display. This is the second dialog, which is specific to each type. So in this type, the display capture type. One more time, I'm going to repeat. Display capture is a type to share the screen from our monitor to the video, so sighted user can see what's on our video. There are two input. The first one is the method. We're gonna select, basically we're just gonna select default value, but I'm just gonna want to read what's on the label that's not read by the screen reader. The first one is the method. By default, the value is automatic. I'm gonna make my screen bigger for low vision or uh, impaired vision, visually impaired. Okay, this one is
Display.
capture.
Automatic.
The first option is capture method. We're gonna choose automatic. The second one is the display. It's a drop down which only has one value on my laptop right now from the monitor one. I'm gonna press tab. Press tab.
Automatic down.
Automatic down. This is the first drop down, the method. We're just gonna use this. Now press tab.
Display 1 colon 1920 x 1200 at 0, comma 0 left paren. Primary monitor right paren. Down.
This is the second drop down, second option. Not second option, what I mean, this is the second input, which is drop down, like the first input is a drop down too. Now press tab.
Capture cursor.
Capture cursor, this is the third. If I say input, it or option, it can be like text box or a checkbox or a radio button or drop down. So anything that we need to fill in or we can fill in. So, yeah, just to explain my what I mean by input or option. Actually, option is not the right word, so I'm not going to use option. I'm just gonna say input. So this is the third input, which is another checkbox that as that with the label capture cursor. I'm gonna read it again.
Display 1 colon
The
1920 x
second one. Now
1200 at
press tab.
capture cursor.
Capture cursor. This is checkbox, another checkbox with the label capture cursor. The screen reader did not say this is checkbox, and this is default. By default is checked. So just leave it there. Don't press space bar. Now press back button.
Defaults enter.
The default enter. That means that this is the default button. Press enter to select this, but we are not going to select this. Press tab. If I press tab, let me check
Display
visually.
1 colon properties 300
Uh,
properties. OK.
there are OK button and cancel button, but it is not focused by our system. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna press tab
Automatic
again.
down. Display 1 colon.
Press
Capture
tab
cursor.
again.
Defaults enter.
This is default. Now I'm gonna press right arrow. It doesn't say anything, but we can do this. We can solve this by pressing escape button. Escape button.
Display 1 colon 1920 x 1200 at 0, comma 0 left paren. Primary monitor right paren.
So currently, okay, I'm gonna check uh, where we're at by pressing tab.
Audio mixer.
Audio mixer. That means that this is a dock. Prior to this dock, is source doc. Press Shift and Tab.
Sources. Screen capture.
Sources, screen capture. That means we've already successfully add the source with name screen capture to our source. Now I'm going to go back again, the focus, by pressing Shift and Tab. We should be focused on the screen capture. If I press that, and not screen capture, the scene dock, and the focus should be on the screencasting. Now press Shift Tab,
Scenes. Screencasting.
screencasting. So everything works as we are expected. Okay, that works. Now I'm gonna verify visually. I'm gonna visually verify is the screen sharing or screencasting works. Okay, let me check. But oh, it works. So now we screen reader users can share what's on our screen to the video. So sighted users can see on our screen what's on our screen. Um, so your video can reach much more audience, not only the screen reader users, but also sighted users. If you want to hide what's on your screen, so let's say you want to share, you want to make tutorial video and share what's on your screen, but sometimes you want to hide what's on your screen. Maybe you want to worried about that screen or web page might contain privacy information. You can create another scene. So basically, that screen will not sharing the screen, will not screencasting. So we can still talk and explain everything and do things, but we are not going to show the screen. We can do that by making another scene beside screencasting scene. Let's say, let's call it blank screen. So we still can talk, do tutorial. And once we finish, we move the focus back to the screencasting scene. We can do it easily if we assign shortcut. On a few videos, next few videos, I'm going to show you how to make shortcut. And to make shortcut is very, very important to do this, to make you more flexible. All right. Okay. I think we finished with
Windows.
adding source,
OBS.
display capture. On the next video, I'm going to add source for text. You're gonna make title and website. You gotta put it on the screen so you sighted users can see the title and the website on our video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.